everyone. Excuse me. Happy Tuesday and welcome to the next part of our planner page series. In the first video we did the shelves and this sort of top area, and we're going to sort of start here and move our way across the next part. I am still quite daunted by this page. I'm hoping that as I go through and get more done, I will feel less terrified by it. I'm not terrified, but there's so much going on. It makes it rather daunting. Sorry for my morning voice. I haven't that long got up, to be honest. But I wanted to get on with getting some of this done nice and early because I want to take my son out later. This is leaf green. I'm hoping that he'll come with me to town and look at belts because he wants a belt for his birthday. These little ones I'm just blocking in, they're so small, but what I'm going to do with these larger ones is try to put a little more in the base and less towards the tip. I'm still keeping them really simple because it's such an intricate design, but hopefully you might notice a little bit of a difference in colour in the leaves, but it doesn't matter that much. It's so small that I don't think that anyone glancing at the page would even notice, to be honest. And once, you know, because once you look at the page as a whole, there's so much going on that the chances of this specific basket of florals catching your eye is really small. But we're just going to work through each item. The reason this is how I approach this sort of page. I find this sort of page really daunting. I never know where to start. There's so many little bits. I get myself worried that I'm going to have so many colours, it's just going to look like a big mess. And yeah, I just find it daunting. And I'm actually working on a page just like this at the moment on my desk. Not as a video, so I've got these both going around in my head. The other one is, I probably mentioned it in the last video, it's Pika's house in Ivy's. It's a double page of shelves of stuff, and what I've done with that one, because there's a lot of furniture, I've started with that and I'm making it all the same colour. So, well, several colours mixed up because I'm putting some shading and things in. I'm going to do this basket, and I think we'll just use this sort of brown as if it's sort of wickery. I mean, it could be any colour really. I am thinking I might start with the foxy brown. Where is that? There it is. Let's see how that looks. This is the foxy brown. It's from the Spider. I didn't tell you the last one was from the Monarch. We're using so many of the Monarch pencils in this particular picture. Anyway, so what I did was I'm working on all the furniture first, and I'm just trying to ignore all the other little tiny details because they're scaring me. But what I have pretty much decided to do is, like, there's lots of gemstones, and I thought I could just do, I'm trying to sort of put some stripes in here because they're sort of drawn on. I could just do, I'm going to put some downward stripes, make it look more like a basket. They're not going to really show up. Just going to put some crossed ones up here. There we go. That'll do. So I've got these two boxes. This one's got a striped base, and this one's got a striped lid. And those two are plain. So we'll match them together. I'm thinking we'll go for a pink and a purple. Quite light ones though. Let's go for the, what light pink have we got? Bliss. Looks quite nice. Where's Bliss? Hot pink. So is it that one? Yeah. Here we go. It's a Monarch one again. Bliss. And I'm going to do one stripe and that solid box in the Bliss. I'm just going to block it in. It's nice and straightforward. Anyway, so I thought I might do all the gemstones all in one colour, and then all the metallics in one colour. When I say one colour, I don't mean just one shade of colour. So I mean, like, I will probably, thinking about it, do all the metallics in gold. Now, to achieve gold, I use a selection of browns and yellows. So, you know, it won't just be one colour, but it'll end up looking just like gold. And then for the, this is such a cute pink, I think. And then for the gemstones, I might just do them red. So we've just got gold and red. Gold and red goes together so well. And I'll use a couple of shades of red. I'm using polychromos for that page. I find that if I've got a page that I find really daunting, I think I'm going to do the top of the lid in this colour too, then using a set of pencils that I'm really familiar with helps me. And my polys are one of my oldest sets. I'm going to use the blue tongue, which sounds like it's a blue, but it's not. It's a purple. It's a dragon one. You'll see as I put it down. So because I know the pencils well, then I can think, like, while I'm sitting in here, nowhere near them, I can think, right, if I want to make a gold, I will use the dark umber, raw umber, green gold, a Naples, something like that, or I can just grab at a dark brown, a light brown, the green gold, and then a yellow, and I just know it's going to work without much thought, which helps me with decision making. Or another tip, if you don't have a set of pencils that you sort of know really well like that, what you can do is use a small set. So what I'm going to do here, like I did on the top shelf, is to just use a selection of pencils rather than using loads. So these pencils that I've used already for this bit, I'll probably use a lot of them again when we get a bit further across. Now, these little labely thing, the labels, I don't know what they are, the surrounds on the labels, I'm thinking they might be a metal and like a silvery colour. So I'm going to grab a grey, which is a good one. Greythorn I particularly like for silvers. This is from the Skin Tones, and it needs a good sharpen. I did empty my sharpener yesterday after I made the video. There we go. Excuse me. So if I make the corner, this corner, quite dark, and then I sort of fade it there, and I do the same here and just fade it, it looks a little bit like it's catching the light in the middle, hopefully, and not like I just forgot to colour a bit of it. There we go. You can just colour it all if you think that's going to look better. It's up to you. Now these labels, I think they would be white with writing on. You know, that's how I would do it. But I think if I just leave it white, it'll just look like I forgot to colour it. I always have that sort of worry. So maybe we'll grab a brown fog, which is a sort of brown, light brown, and just put it on gently. And it looks a bit like cream if you don't press too hard. I'm going to do the same for my pieces of paper. I want them to be white really. And the edge of the book, maybe I'm getting a bit lazy doing it all the same, but I really think that's how it would be. There we go. Now we'll do our book covers. I've got quite a cutesy pinky purple scheme going on, apart from the plant pots, which are terracotta. So I think I'm going to keep going with that and do the book covers in a purple and a pink, but a more dark shade, a darker shade. Should we get our words better? Sorry, it's early. Well, not really. I am going to use the space. It's getting quite short. My Cobras are getting quite short. I found they broke a lot compared to other pencils. That's why they're short. It's not because I've used them more. I do like them, particularly these purples. but they just seem to have broken a bit, which is a shame. There we go. And then the other book I will do with this sort of, what's that colour? Bruise. It's a bit like that one. Plum pudding might be better. There we go. I just give it a sharpen. It's quite small, that book. There we go. Plum pudding. This is from the Spider set. I keep forgetting to tell you what set they're from. I do have a swatch chart for these in their sets. I have one colour mixed. The one I'm using is got all them all mixed together, which is how I have them in my pencil case. But I do have a chart of them. Going to do this envelope in the brown folder again. This one. But I do have a chart with them in. I put them in colour order, but kept them in their sets. So you know, all the spider ones are together, and all the scorpion, and all the, and that's quite useful for those of you who going to do the stamps. I'm going to start with a leaf green. I'm just now grabbing at the pencils I've used already. There's one. We'll have to get some different pencils in a minute, and I'm going to use this foxy brown for the other stamp. Behind us though, we have got an airmail envelope, so we'll need to grab some colours for that. The blue, I am going to go for the Blue Horizon. I think that's there it is, from the Scorpion set. It's quite a nice mid blue. Now I'm going to use make the envelope blue, and then we need the stripe. I'm going to make the stripes a bit darker, try and press a bit harder. It's fiddly faddly. There we go. And we need a red stripe as well. I don't know if people use airmail paper anymore. Probably, because post is so expensive. This is blood red. I haven't got any. I've missed that, haven't I? I'm going to do that in this red. I don't tend to keep it in stock anymore, as I tend to normally often send cards abroad. Now we've got this here with various different things on, and I'm thinking I might do a red heart here. There we go. And then maybe a blue moon with the Blue Horizon. A pink heart as well. I'll use the bliss used here. Got a different pink here, the our plum pudding. We'll do it here as if this is a top of a heart. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be. Got another envelope there. Colour that in a minute. We've got this sort of weird circly thing. I'm going to use our foxy brown for this. Like that. Then I'm going to use this space for the circle. The star we'll do in silver, greythorn. We'll block it in. We'll use the light purple, the blue tongue, otherwise known as blue tongue, with the triangle, and for that corner there, because I can use the green for the border. Now, I'm not sure whether when this is finished it's going to be really obvious that each shelf area has a limited colour palette and I've kept it together, or you know, within each bit, or whether you won't notice. I just don't know. Now this last envelope here, I'm going to do in the Bliss. I'm going to do it really lightly though. A light touch. Just kiss the paper gently with the pencil. There we go. Now the teapot. Now I'm wondering whether to do it terracotta-y like the pots in our rattlesnake, but I don't think so. I'm not really liking those, to be honest. So I might pick, I feel like I want to do it blue. Got this one, Blue Horizon. I could do it gently. I don't want it as dark as this, but we did the envelope quite lightly and it looked quite nice. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to give it a gentle touch with blue. I'm going to try and fade it towards the middle a bit. It looks too light. It's okay. I'm going to go over with a different colour. You'll see in a minute. And light towards there like that. Then I'm going to go over it with the blue tongue. Oh, it just doesn't show up, does it, that name very well? And then we'll get a sort of purpley hint to it. It'll be dark, it'll be more intense without being too dark. There we go. I'm liking that. There it is. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Now I'm going to move along a little bit and find, there's this picture. We've got to go back to our green, our leaf green, and do the little leaves. Now this is so little, just going to do it really lightly. I mean, not lightly, I mean not going to worry about shading. Now, what colour should we do our flowers? Quite like purple actually. I'm going to go for the space. I'm always reluctant to use this because it's so short, but it's beautiful. But I know you can buy these open stock from the Black Widows Facebook page. I did inquire, and they do send to the UK, and postage depends on how many you buy. Flower centres, and we need a bit of sky around them, I think. We don't really have a good colour for that, so I'm going to actually grab a different colour. I'm going to use this. Is that no, the Picasso Skye. Just trying to find it. I'm actually grabbing this one, Picasso Skye. Can do around here with this. It's slightly purpley, isn't it? I think. Yes, so you can order them. So I do need to do that. I've got a lot of things that I want to buy actually, but I just can't justify it at the moment. So it might just be a matter of waiting until Christmas and asking, but we'll see what happens. Now the frame, I think I want to do it in the pink. We've got the plum pudding. We haven't used it that much. We've used it in a few places. I think if we do it in this, it will just work. Quite bright, isn't it? But I think it'll be fine. Yeah, I want some pencil cases. I want sounds really rude. I would like some pencil cases for my new, some of my newer pencils. I'm going to get a yellow to do the centre of those flowers. And stars, I want the nugget. Where are you? There you are. I need to sharpen. It's from the Cobra set. Yeah, I've got a new set of nugget. It probably won't even show up. A new set of the Schriftfarben, I don't know, pencils. We haven't coloured that. I'm going to do that in this. They're pretty okay, but the chroma flows, the tin is so huge I can't cope with it on my desk. So I need a blue tongue, a pencil case just to make it a bit easier to handle. So that was my thought. I'm going to use the Bliss for the circle. Got this frame around the outside. Might just go for grey, just for a bit different. Yeah, so I would like a pencil case for that. I haven't put it on my wish list actually, but it's just yeah, and there's quite a lot I want. The problem with Christmas is that I don't treat myself very much. Me and husband don't really buy ourselves presents because we're buying for other people, you know. I'm sure you all know it gets expensive. So I'm going to use a bit of this brown fog to do the sellotape, but we end up getting very spoiled by other people. Usually we're very lucky. This Picasso Skye I'm going to use for the background of these three. I'm going to use it really lightly. I'm hoping it will look like a different colour to that. I don't know if I've succeeded there. Right, we're going to move across and do this big picture. They've got all these different florals, so I'm going to work through my bright colours that I've got out already. So I'm going to start with the blue horizon and just, I think this daisy looked nice in blue, and just work through all the flowers using different colours. Just make it really bright. I'm not sure about the background of it yet. I think about that later. Yeah, so we tend to get very spoiled anyway, so we don't really need to spoil ourselves. What I tend to do is I tend to buy us a stocking because it's fun. We all open them together. This is blood red. And for those, I tend to buy a lot of things that we tend to buy anyway, just so we've got things to open, like you know, shower gels, little deodorants and bliss. I can do this one. So yeah, shower gels, deodorants, other toiletries, and then sort of sometimes a few snacky things, like I can do the stems in this green. You know, maybe biscuits, chocolate bars, that sort of thing. I don't eat. I do have 100% chocolate. Sometimes I might get myself some of that. I don't have biscuits and stuff. Space. And we always get ourselves a little Lego minifigure just for fun. It's a sort of tradition. So we do those. Plum pudding next. And so we always have a nice bunch of things to open, and then occasionally we'll treat ourselves. It just depends on the budget and the time. Nugget takes a lot of time to shop for Christmas things, and by the time I've shopped for everybody else and wrapped everybody else's stuff, you know, obviously buy stuff for the boys and nieces and nephews and parents and things like that. A blue tongue. There's not a lot of time, so I do love wrapping presents, so that's my thing. Picasso Skye, but it's just, I like doing it when I've got plenty of time to do it, if that makes sense. I need to do my boys' birthday presents. Their birthday is August. I need a few more colours to go here. It's a bit boring otherwise. I'm going to grab an orange. I'm going to grab the carrot. Oops. This is from the skin tone set. I can do this big one in orange. Yeah, looks better. And what else do we need in here? Maybe got a light pink there. I feel like it needs a light, small light pink. What's this one? Yeah, we'll try this one. This is the fudge. This is from the Monarch set. Those two look the same. Make them the same. What's missing? I feel like we need more green. I've got some leaves here actually. Let's just do those. Go back to our leaf green. I might do the pot green as well, but we'll use some different shades, not this. What is that needing to be? Light blue? Got light blue. There's a different shade of blue. Let's do Skye. That's a really different shade of blue. There we go. Now the pot. I was saying I was going to do green, wasn't I? But grab some different greens. Let's have a look. So, could use the iceberg. That's really different. Is that the iceberg? No. Where is it? Next to the washed green. Peppermint. Oh, must be this one. Yeah. Oh, there we go, iceberg. But my boy's birthday has been quite tricky. We sort of been like, we haven't got so much money to spend. They're like, that's okay. My one son wants a belt, so we could go and look for that, and he wanted a sort of smaller wallet that he doesn't like carrying cash. He's like, I don't want to carry cash. And I said, it's always worth having some cash with you, just in case. And he's like, okay. I'm going to go for the washed green to go with that. And, but I said, if you've got a note, then you can just fold it into a card wallet, which is what he's going to do. That's quite pale, isn't it? He wants a thinner wallet because his is quite thick, so he picked one that just holds cards, because he's got his student card and his credit. Oh, it's not a credit card, it's a debit card thing. Now, tablecloth, or whatever that is, frame, Skye. I think we'll go for some new colours, because we've probably, apart from the greys, we've used everything. We could use, let's use the greythorn to do the frame actually. Now remember I did it to make it look a bit shiny on something. I'm going to do that again. We're going to start here on this corner, really dark, and then just fade it down and fade it across, and then do the same on this side. Not sure if I can make this work. Yeah, so I bought them a few. They both needed some new socks and pants and things, and normally we'd just buy them, but I thought I would give them for their birthdays. They've got something to unwrap, and I got them some toiletries and some chocolate and some biscuits. And I'm talking really quiet in case they can hear me, but I'm sure they're not listening. I want to do this green, but we've got so much green. Let's do it a sort of creamy, let's do sort of a yellowish colour maybe. Actually, let's do it the eggshell. Where's that? No, that's the mushroom. Actually, that'll do. It's a bit pinky, it's a bit different. It's the Monarch. Yeah, I've got them a few bits and some undies and stuff. It's a bit dull, but they need it. It'll give them something to open, as I say. Now I want a sort of cream colour in the background. I think I'm going to use this. Oops. This is called Milk. It's from the Monarch set. I think the Monarch set is a bigger set, and I think that's part of the reason why I'm using so many of them. You see how I just went over the top of the stems there? I didn't try and go in between them. This is very pale, isn't it? I can see that it's different to this wall, but I don't know if you can. Now I'm going to do these 3 pictures here now. So to start with, there's some hearts on there. So I'm going to grab the bliss and do the hearts. There we go. And then there's this sort of squarey thing. Gonna grab another pale colour. Yeah, actually that's the one to use. The blue tongue. And do this. And then I'm just going to use some light colours for the paper. So I'm going to use the brown fog, the middle one. Yeah, I asked the boys what they want to do for their birthday and don't do anything. Their dad's at work. This is Milk. He's not going to take the day off because my one son's getting new computer games. So he wants to be playing those all day. And my other son, I don't know what he's got planned, but he's not interested in doing anything either. Okay, I can hear him singing actually, he's obviously up. Right, we've got a key, a heart and a moon. Now, I quite like to do the key in a more goldish looking colour. I'm just looking at what we've got. I think, yeah, the stink bug seems to be our most gold shade. I think we used it last time. Where is it? Okay. There it is. This is from the spider set. So I'm just going to fill it right in because it's so small. I'm just going to block it in. Now the star, I'm tempted to just do it in a bright yellow. Did I grab a yellow? No, I haven't got a yellow. I thought, no. We'll do the moon in the sort of pale blue. We got the blue tongue. It's a good pale blue. It's sort of purpley, isn't it? But I think that's okay for a moon. Yeah, I want that star in a yellow, so I'm going to have to find one. What did I use for the flower centres? There it is. The nugget. I knew I had a yellow. It's because it hasn't got a dipped end. I didn't notice it. That's nice. Bright, shiny star. Okay, we're coming up to me thinking I might stop soon, so I'm just going to do some of these little detail-y bits up here. So these 2, both of them, we've got a pin on each. I'm going to keep my nugget in my hand and I'm just going to do those in yellow. Then the outside paper, I'm actually going to do in the milk. He is having a good old sing-song, my boy. I think he's getting dressed, having a sing. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Carrot, I'm going to do, I don't know, I've decided to do this one. Oh, he's singing the Phantom of the Opera. And then we'll do the sort of bright yellowy colour nugget for these. And this one, I think I'll grab the dark blue. This is the Blue Horizon. He's gone all high. He was singing the low and now he's singing it high. It's got a very long, big, large, blood red range. Not blood red. There we go. Now the centre in here, I'm going to do in grey. Greythorn. There we go. I've got this butterfly. What colour should we do the butterfly? I'm thinking a nice soft colour. I'll go for the fudge, I think, for the wings. Nice light pink. And the body needs to be grey. So I guess we're heading back to our greythorn. Now, the background colour, let's do the sellotape first. Let's go for our brown fog for the sellotape. And that one. And the butterfly background, I feel like it should be a sort of blue. Let's do the sky. Can't remember what we used that for, but we'll use it for this one. Like that. It's not really a sky blue, I don't think. We can do this house one. Use a different blue for the background. Gosh, someone's running the water very loudly. Let's grab this blue. This is the Picasso sky, and I'm going to use that for the sky on here. Okay, a magpie outside. Just put it gently down. Then the tree, we need to use our leaf green for our tree. So let's fill that in. Now we've got grass as well, but I think we've got a few other greens that we can use, that we use for our pot. We'll use the washed green for the grass. It's going to be a little bit odd. It's not really a grassy colour, but I think it'll work. Trying to get it around these flowers is going to be tricky. I'm just going to do the best I can. Missed that bit of the sky. House. I'm going to colour my house in the mushroom. I think it'll work. Is that the same colour that I did the butterfly? There we go, and the chimney. And then the roof. I'm going to do a plum pudding. This isn't for the roof, it's for the door. Just lightly. The windows in milk, I don't want them to show up that brightly. It's that doesn't show up at all. I'm actually going to put a bit of the nugget on top really gently, because or else it's going to look like I forgot to do them. Still not really very bright because I'm trying to colour on top of basically white. The roof, I feel like I'm going to do a grey. The greythorn. And then the flowers at the bottom, I think I'm going to do in purple. There it is, space. I'm going to do them all the same because it's easier. And just fill them all in. And then we've got the border, which I'm going to do in a dark blue. Well, darkish blue horizon. There we go. Now, how are we doing for time? I think I will leave that there. Go and get it. I feel like I want another cup of coffee already. So I'm going to go and do that, and then I shall come back and do a bit more. I don't know, you can see all my pencils. I don't know how long it's actually going to take to finish this, whether I can do this in one session or not. I'm not sure, but we'll see. As you sort of did that and that, so that's quite a lot to do, especially all this, but we'll see. Anyway, for today, I'm going to go. Thank you for watching. I hope that you have a super day and happy colouring.